Hi, my name is Greg Pallia. I'm with West Roofing Systems, and welcome to another edition of Whiteboard Roofing. In today's episode, we're going to talk about the cost of a spray foam roofing system for a commercial building. The likely ballpark cost is $5 to $10 per square foot, and there are a ton of variables that will push your project towards 5 or towards 10 or maybe even a little bit outside those guidelines. So I'm going to get through a couple of those points today. The first thing is the size of your roof. Obviously, the bigger your roof is, the more cost effective it is, like per square foot to do. Just economies of scale. It's very similar to buying like one box of Kleenex as opposed to buying 12 of them. Obviously, when you buy 12 of them, the cost per each one is cheaper than if you would just buy one individually. Same thing with your commercial roof. We're already there. Safety is pretty much, the same as for any roofing system out there. The materials are already there. When the contractor's there and they're going, they don't have to stop. Just kind of brings the overall cost down per square foot. Next thing is the manufacturer's material costs. So we're roofing contractors. We don't make spray foam. We buy it from manufacturers, and the cost of that material is very volatile nowadays. Just with the economy and labor shortages and raw materials going up and down. You'll notice if you get a quote for a foam roofing system, the quote may be only good for a week or 10 days or maybe even a month. That's just because we don't know what the material cost is going to be, and if it goes up, that could make a big difference in what your cost for your project is today. Third thing is the difficulty of the installation. Some jobs we do are just take a ladder up and run the hose up and start spraying and do all that, or just power wash the roof and then you could foam it. But some of these roofs have a lot of bad decking. They have a lot of wet insulation that needs identified, removed, and replaced. Sometimes we need to use a man lift to get to certain areas. So however difficulty it is, that could raise the square footage price up substantially. So just keep that in mind. The next thing is the condition of the existing roof. Like I said, a lot of bad decking. Bad decking could be $10 per square foot. The removal and replacement of wet insulation could be $5 to $7 a square foot. But just think of it, if you have a 100,000 square foot roof and 10% of it has wet insulation, well, that's 10,000 square foot of wet insulation you have to remove, put new material down, transport that stuff to a landfill. That they have landfill costs and the cost of transport it. It's a huge cost thing as opposed to a roof that has no wet insulation. So just a huge cost difference there. Just want to let you know that that has a big influence on the cost. Next thing is the warranty length that's desired. Most spray foam roofing projects come between 10 and 20-year warranties, and the warranty is always influenced by the thickness of the coating that goes over the foam. So the coating goes over foam, protects it from UV rays, but also the thickness of it determines the warranty. So for a 10-year warranty, you get 20 mils of coating. For a 20-year warranty, you get 30 mils of coating. So the longer the 20-year warranty gets, 50% more coating than a 10-year warranty. More coating, more costs, but you get the longer warranty. So that's how that works. R value that's desired. Most spray foam projects we do, that you do 2 inches around the perimeter, 1 inch around the drains, just so the roof has proper sloping to get all the water off. But sometimes we do climate controlled buildings, manufacturers, stuff that they have a lot of energy costs. They want a higher R value. They want to get to a certain R value point because they have a lot of energy costs and they want to keep the cool in and the heat in when they want to. So sometimes you can do 2 inches, 3 inches, 4 inches of spray foam, but obviously that's more material. It's going to cost more. Like I said, the amount of wet insulation, that's a huge thing. You never want to install any roofing system, not just spray foam, but metal, single ply, TPO, anything. You never want to put any roofing system over something that has wet insulation. The wet, it'll get hot in the summertime and evaporate and cause blisters or try to go through, or it could freeze in the wintertime and cause issues when it thaws out. Just, you always want to make sure that you use someone that can correctly identify wet insulation, remove it, and get the roof completely dry before they put a new roofing system on there. And the last thing is the distance from a roofing contractor. Obviously it costs money to travel to certain roofs. If that's 5 miles versus 500 miles, that's a huge difference in driving miles and labor hours and gas. But sometimes We do projects in Kansas, Arizona, Canada, Iraq. Those include, flights, hotel stays. Those all factor into a project's cost. But don't just choose someone right down the road from you just because it's going to be cheaper. The most important part of any commercial roofing project is the quality of the work. You don't want to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on a roof. It leaks after 2 years, and they don't answer their phone. They can't come out for a long time. Just total chaos. That shouldn't be happening. So make sure you choose someone that's you can trust. It's going to come out, has been doing this a long time, has a lot of reviews, has a lot of prior work, etc. That's it for today. Likely spray foam cost, ballpark's $5 to $10 per square foot. Hopefully some of these variables will let you know, kind of which way your roof might be headed to. But as always, I hope you learned at least one thing new today, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.